A very good evening and welcome back to Sense of Science. So today we are actually going to discuss a very interesting topic, okay, of class 11 work energy and power, and along with that it is one of the famous topics which comes in the exam as a 3 marker for derivations as well. Alright, now the topic states conservation of mechanical energy of a freely falling object. Okay, now before we move into the details of the derivation, let's just understand the topic. The first thing I'm talking about is a freely falling object. That means the object is under the influence of gravity. So whenever I take the word free fall, I mean that the object is under the influence of gravity. Okay, acceleration due to gravity. Okay. And whenever I'm talking about conservation of mechanical energy, what is mechanical energy? Mechanical energy is kinetic energy plus potential energy. Okay, the sum of kinetic and potential energy is mechanical energy. And conservation means that though kinetic and potential energy can change individually, okay, but the sum will be same. Okay, the Ke can change, it can increase or decrease, or potential energy can change, increase or decrease, but the sum of kinetic energy plus potential energy, which is equal to mechanical energy, is same. So what I am trying to say, if kinetic energy increases, potential will decrease by the same amount so that the sum is same. If potential increases, kinetic will decrease by the same amount so that the sum is same. Okay. Now let's consider this figure and understand this derivation. Now what is this figure telling? This figure is telling that there is an object at a height h from the ground. This is the ground. The object has a height h and it is at rest. Then I throw that object down from height h and I am comparing three positions. Position A, when it is at height h. Then position B, when it has come down and it is now at a height x. Okay, so this is height x. And a position C, which is at the ground. So if I can prove that at these three positions, that is at the initial point, the final point, and in between any point, okay, the sum of kinetic energy and potential energy is same, I can prove that the mechanical energy has been conserved during the free fall. Okay. Now before we move on, just take a look at the figure once again. At point A, the height is h. At point B, the height is, what is the height at point B? This distance is x. So what is this distance? h minus x. ये पूरा h है. This is x. So what is this? h minus x. Fine. So let's start by taking up the first point, which is point A. So point A पे बात करते हैं. Point A. Now point A is saying that it is at height h. So it is at h. The object is at h. So what is the kinetic energy? Kinetic energy is equal to half mv square. These are formulas which you should know. Kinetic energy is half mv square. Potential energy is mgh. This is half mv square, which means it is equal to 0. Now why is that? This is because that if I am telling the object is at rest at height h, will it have any velocity? This velocity will become 0. So kinetic energy is 0. Now if I talk about the potential energy, so this is the kinetic energy. Now next is the potential energy. The potential energy, the formula we all know is mgh. And this will be same because m will be the mass, g will be the acceleration due to gravity because it is under free fall, and h is the height. This is the potential energy. But what am I dealing with? The sum of kinetic and potential. So I am taking up PE plus KE. Now KE is 0, so what is PE plus KE? mgh. Okay, 1. So I can derive to a conclusion from here only that if the potential energy plus kinetic energy is mgh at point h, then in the other 2 points also it has to be mgh. Then only the principle of conservation of mechanical energy will be justified, which is stating that if the individual change is there in kinetic or potential, but overall they have to be as a sum same. Okay, so we have to prove that at point B and point C also the sum of kinetic and potential energy is same. Okay, now let's take up the next point. Point B, when the object is at a height, when the object is at a height x. Okay, point B, so at x, this I am comparing. Okay, now before I move on to the expressions of kinetic and potential energy, I know that in kinetic energy I have to use the velocity. Have I derived velocity right now? I have not. So what I have to do first? I have to derive velocity. So we know the equation, we know the equation v square minus u square is equal to 2 mgx. Yeah, very nice. Why? Because v square is the velocity, u square is the initial velocity, v square is the final. 2 of a acceleration is equal to acceleration due to gravity because it's a free fall, and h is the height, and h here becomes x because x is the height at this case. Okay, this is the third equation of motion modified with respect to gravity. Okay, I hope you already will be knowing this. If not, then I just comment in the comment section. I'll make a video on this as well. So we have got this conclusion. Now from here, I already know that initially the object was at zero velocity, it was at rest. So I'll write v square minus 0 is equal to 2gx because it was at rest in the beginning. Okay, that means v square is equal to 2gx. That is, what is v then? Okay, I don't need to actually calculate v because in the formula I will be using v square only. So I don't need to calculate v. So from this I can get that kinetic energy will be half m v square, which is equal to half m into 2gx. Okay, this 2 and this 2 gets cancelled, so mgx is the kinetic energy. Okay, now when I talk about the potential energy formula is mass into acceleration into height, mass into gravity into height, so which is mg. Now what is the height here? The height is h minus x, because total height minus x height, the h minus x is the height of this, as I explained before also. So mg h minus x is the formula of potential energy. Alright, now see, there is something which I can clearly see here. Kinetic energy has increased from 0 to mgx, and therefore satisfying this principle of conservation of mechanical energy, potential energy has decreased from mgh to mgx h minus x. Okay, so I can see that the principle is working here. So let me add up kinetic energy and potential energy and prove that it will be mgx plus mg h minus x. Open this bracket, mgx plus mgh minus mgx. This gets cancelled, mgx minus mgx gets cancelled. So what is the final formula? mgh. So I can prove that at both these points A and B, though the kinetic and potential energy had changed, but the sum is constant, proving the conservation of mechanical energy. Now let me prove it for the last point, and our question is done at point C. Okay, so now we are proving it for point number C. So at C. Now at C the object is in the ground. That means what is the height? Height is 0. Okay, at the ground. Now if I am talking about at the ground, of course I know that the height will be 0. So first let me calculate kinetic energy. Kinetic energy is half mv square. Again, I don't know the velocity here. I have to calculate the velocity. Okay, but already there is one thing I know. Okay, let's calculate the velocity. The velocity is v square minus u square is equal to 2gh. Now here again the height will be h only because I have covered the entire height. Okay, u square is 0 because it was at rest initially, so v square is equal to 2gh. So what is v square? Okay, so what is v square? It is equal to 2gh. This I get here. Putting this value up in the kinetic energy, I will get that kinetic energy is equal to half m 2gh, which is your mgh. Now looking at this formula only, I know that I have to prove that kinetic plus potential is mgh. If kinetic alone has become mgh, then of course I know potential is 0. But let me derive it as well. I know that potential energy has the formula of mass into gravity into height. Now what is the height of the object here? It's on the ground. So height is 0. If the object is on the ground, that means height is 0. So mg into 0, which is 0, is the potential energy. So finally, what is potential energy plus kinetic energy? This is 0, so this will be mgh only. And hence I can prove that potential energy plus kinetic energy at all points A, B and C are same, which satisfies the principle of conservation of mechanical energy. Okay, so I can write that equation 1 is equal to equation 2, which is equal to equation 3, which satisfies the conservation of mechanical energy. Alright, now illustrating one more thing to you, which is often asked as a 1 marker. Okay, before we move on to the graph I was talking about, I know that as I am going down the height, I can see that kinetic energy will increase and potential energy is decreasing. This is what I have seen in these three comparisons. Okay, kinetic energy increases from 0 to a certain value and potential energy decreases from a certain value to 0 as I move down. The opposite trend is for as I move up. Okay, now talking about the graph here, the graph of energy versus height. This is often asked again, so please concentrate on this. So I'll be putting energy on the y-axis and height on the x-axis. So let me see what I can get. So first of all, talking about kinetic energy, I know kinetic energy, as I am decreasing the height, kinetic energy is increasing. So I'll get a reverse graph for kinetic energy. Okay, so this is the graph for kinetic energy, because as I am decreasing the height, as I am moving down, kinetic energy is increasing. Potential has the opposite graph. As I am moving down, potential energy, moving up, the potential energy is increasing. So if I draw potential energy, it is increasing with height, because at the top potential energy was maximum, at the bottom potential energy is minimum. But now when I will draw the graph for total energy, I will be joining these two curves to draw the graph for total energy, which you can just see here. If I join these two curves, I get this as Ke plus Pe, kinetic energy plus potential energy, which is the mechanical energy, okay, or the total energy. And what am I getting? This graph is a straight line parallel to height axis, and this kind of a graph shows that total energy or mechanical energy is same with all heights. Means it does not depend on height, and which satisfies your principle of conservation of mechanical energy. Okay, kinetic and potential are changing with height, which is very evident from the trends which we have seen here and which we have seen in the graph. But the total is a constant, which shows that it is independent of height, and with all heights in the free fall, total energy, which is sum of kinetic and potential, is always same, which satisfies the principle of conservation of mechanical energy. Okay, so stating the principle once again and closing the class, the principle of conservation of mechanical energy states that the sum of kinetic and potential energy of a body will remain same, okay, but individually they can change, provided that conservative forces are acting on a body only. Now what are conservative forces? Conservative forces are those forces which are independent of any path followed. They only depend on the endpoints of a function. Okay, you may find these words a little difficult at the moment. I will be taking up a video on conservative and non-conservative forces once again, okay, so that your concept is clear. So stay tuned, we'll be back soon with a video on conservative and non-conservative forces. Fine, so till then, stay safe, and please like, share and subscribe the channel. And along with that, if you have any doubt, if you want me to make any video on a specific topic, please do comment. The comment section is all yours. Okay, so thank you and bye bye.